Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to start a new topic, a new unit for the course General Mathematics and Statistics. So, in this first video lecture of 8 week, today we are going to discuss fundamental geometrical concepts. Geometrical concepts. There are some useful tools, and I will tell you about these tools in the coming slides. Now, what is a geometry? Dear students, geometry is a branch of mathematics, and it is a Greek word. Geo mean earth, metry mean measurement. So earth measurement is called geometry. In mathematics, geometry is the basic concepts which explain the size, shape and their positions. Geometry also explain the basic properties for every shape. Generally, the geometry is classified into two types, such as plane geometry and solid geometry. The geometry shapes can be drawn by using the tools such as compass, protractor, ruler, etc. The fundamental concepts of geometry deals with lines, points, planes, shapes, line segments, midpoints, etc. There are certain formulas available for measuring the geometry concepts. By studying the fundamental concepts of geometry, we can solve the geometry problems easily. Now, fundamental geometrical concepts. Geometrical concepts are of many types, such as point, line, plane, line segment and array, etc. So, what is a point? First of all, I would like to tell you about a point. A small dot marked by a pencil on a sheet of paper. Suppose this is a sheet of paper. Now, a small dot marked by a pencil. This is a small dot and this is another small dot. So small dot marked by a pencil on this sheet is called a point. So this is the point A and this is another point B. Or a prick made by a fine needle on a paper are examples of a point. Dear students, a point determines a location. It has no length, breadth or thickness. Now, what is a line? The basic concept of a line is its straightness, and it extends indefinitely in both directions. The two arrow heads in the opposite directions indicate that the length of a line is unlimited. A line has length only. It has no breadth or thickness. It has no endpoints. It is made up of an infinite number of points. So, dear students, this is a sheet of paper and this is line AB. Note here, this is one end arrow of the line and this is the another end ray of the line. These arrow heads show that there is no endpoints for a line. So a line made up an infinite number of points. So when we draw a line, then take one point, mark one point A and mark another point B according to the length of the line, and show arrowhead at the one end and show arrowhead on the other end. These arrowhead show that the line has no endpoints. Now, what is a plane? Flat surfaces are also known as planes. This is a flat surface. So this flat surface called a plane. In the name of this plane here is P. P is a plane. A plane has length and breadth. It has no thickness. The basic concept of a plane is its flatness, and it extends indefinitely in all directions. The length and the breadth of a plane are unlimited. Now, what is a line segment? A part of line is called a line segment. So the portion of a line between the points is called a line segment. Suppose we have a line, and this is a segment of a line. AB is a segment of a line. So this segment of the line is called a line segment, and this point M is the midpoint of the line segment AB. Two or more line segments are called equal if and only if they have same length. So dear students, note that here the portion of a line between the points is called the line segment. Two and more line segments are called equal if and only if they have same length. Two line segments are called parallel if and only if the lines containing them are parallel, means never intersect each other. So dear students, note that what is the difference between a line and a line segment. The main difference between a line and a line segment is clear from the name of line segment. Segment means a part of line. Line segment. Line segment means segment of a line. So line segment is a part of line. And the second difference between the line and the line segment is the endpoints. Line have no endpoint, and line segment has two endpoints. Line has no endpoint and line segment has two endpoints. You see here there is no arrow, and here there is no arrow. The arrow represents that the line extends in both directions, but on these two directions there is no arrow symbol. So there is no arrow symbol. It means that the line segment has two endpoints. So this is the main difference between the line and the line segment. Line has no endpoints and line segment has two endpoints on both directions. So this is the first direction, and this is the end of the line segment, and this is the another direction, and this is the end of this line segment. So these two endpoints represent that a line segment has endpoints, and a line has no endpoint, because in the line you see here in both direction we use arrowhead. This is the ray head. So this ray represent that this line has no endpoint in this direction, and this ray represent that the line in this direction has no endpoint. So a line has no endpoint on both direction, and a line segment has an endpoint in these two directions, and this is the endpoint. Simple is that this is the endpoint, this is the one endpoint of the line segment, and this is the another endpoint of the line segment. Now ray. A ray has only one endpoint. Since there is no arrowhead, so this is the endpoint of the ray, and this ray head represents that this in this direction, this geometrical figure has no endpoint. So a ray has only one endpoint, and it has unlimited length. An unlimited number of rays can be drawn with a given initial point. Two rays with same initial point and extending indefinitely in opposite direction are called opposite rays. Two rays with same initial point and extending indefinitely in opposite direction are called opposite rays. Two rays are called parallel if and only if the lines containing them are parallel. Now, dear students, there are some questions, some problems for the solution, and these questions relate to geometrical concept. How many lines can be drawn through three collinear points? Now the question is that what is the collinear points? Collinear points are those points which lies on the same line. So these 3 points are collinear points because these 3 points lies on the same line. So this point 1, point 2 and point 3, these 3 points are called collinear points. Now the question here is that how many lines can be drawn through 3 collinear points? So dear students, note that as I have already told you that collinear points is that point which lies on the same line, so the answer is clear that there is only one line which can be drawn through 3 collinear points. And how many lines can be drawn through 3 non-collinear points? These are non-collinear points. This is for one point, another point and the third point. So dear students, from this figure it is clear that since these 3 points are non-collinear, so if we join this point to this point, we get one line segment, and if we join this point to this point, this is the another line, and if we join the point this point to this point, we get the third line. So there are three lines can be drawn through 3 non-collinear points. Now the second question, mark 4 points A, B, C and D. So mark 4 points A, B, C and D. This is point A, this is point B, this is another point C, and this is the fourth point D in your notebook, such that no 3 of them are collinear. This is the conditions that mark 4 points A, B, C and D in your notebook such that no 3 of them are collinear. In this figure, no 3 points are collinear. No 3 points lies on the same line. Just 2 points lies on the same line. So AB are collinear, BC are collinear, CD are collinear and AD also collinear because 2 points lies on the same line, but no 3 points are collinear. Now draw all lines which join them in pairs. So first of all, mark 4 points A, B, C and D in your notebook such that no 3 points are collinear, and then draw all lines which join these pairs. Join point A to point B, this is the one pair. Join B to C, this is the second pair. Then join C to D, this is the third pair. Then join A to D, this is the fourth pair. Now we can join D to point B, this is the fifth pair, and we can join point A to point C, this is the sixth pair, because the question is that they draw all lines which join them in pairs. So how many such lines can be drawn in pairs? We can draw 6 lines with joining 2 points. Write the name of these lines. This is the line 1 AB, this is the another line BC, and a line CD, a line AD, line AC and line BD. Now the third question, mark 4 points A, B, C and D in your notebook so that the points A, B, C are collinear. So under this condition, mark 4 points A, B, C and D such that A, B and C are collinear. So first of all, mark 3 points A, B, C on the same line, because in the question it is given that A, B and C are collinear. So mark these 3 points A, B and C on the same line. Now draw all the line segments in the line, joining them in pairs. Now in pairs, this is the point D. Join A to D, we get one pair. Join B to D, we get the second pair. And join C to D, we get the third pair. And A and C are the fourth pair. Now count the number of lines and name them. The number of lines to name them are called 4 lines according to pairs of points. So AC is the first, AD is second line, BD is a third line, and CD is a fourth line according to pair of points. Now the next part of the question, count the number of line segments and name them. There are 6 line segments, 4 lines AD, CD, BD or AC. These are 4 lines, but there are 6 line segments. One line segment is AB, because AB is the segment of line AC. BC is the another segment of this line, so there are 2 segments for line AC. And AC is the another segment. BD is the 4th segment. CD is the 5th segment, and AD is the 6th segment. Now the fourth question, what is the maximum number of points of intersection of 3 lines drawn in a plane? What is the maximum number of points of intersection of 3 lines drawn in a plane? What is the minimum number? Now these are 3 points A, B and C. So the number of points intersections of 3 lines drawn in a plane, there are 3 points which join the 3 lines. And what is the minimum number? 0 minimum number. The maximum number of points of intersection of 3 lines. Dear students, here we want to intersect 3 lines. If we want to intersect 3 lines, we need 3 points. So it is clear that AB join to BC. Similarly, AC join to BC. So these 3 points join 3 lines. A, B and C are 3 points, and these 3 points join 3 lines. So the maximum number of points of intersection of 3 lines are 3, and the minimum number is 0. So dear students, this is the end of this segment, and inshallah in the next coming lecture we will discuss about angle and measurement of an angle. Now thank you. Allah Hafiz.